Well, welcome back in for day 26 of Mixed Media ICAD. Today's prompt was something fun, something from page 166. So I have all these books and I'm going to go through and tear out page 166 from each of them and use that page somehow in the creation of this index card. So that is where I'm going to get started. I thought it might be fun just to see what was on page 166, and I have a very large variety of books here. This is oversized text. This is, I think, a Scrabble book, word book. So lots of fun ones. Vintage, which soaks up color quite beautifully. It's a little crispy. Here is a, looks like Spanish book. Learning Spanish, I think. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, this one has some handwriting on it as well. All right, so this should be fun. I'm going to start off with some collage of these papers. I had so much fun collaging these papers. I collage a lot, and so I was really surprised that this one really invoked a lot of I was really integrated with it, focusing on that page number, trying to get it to appear, but just layering all the different types of text together, including with the foreign text that was in there and the musical portion. It just was a lot of fun. And when I went to go cut this out, I got so excited about cutting it out that I totally forgot to turn the camera on. So yeah, but needless to say, the collaging was a lot of fun. And I found it kind of challenging to kind of, where do I go from here? So I kind of diddle-dallied, sorted my papers a little bit, which I mostly cut out here for you because it happened for a bit. But then I pulled out this distress ink in rusty hinge, as well as a Carabella, which is no longer available, of course, stamp set that had some circular images, and I decided that I was going to stamp that down onto the card as a kind of a jumping point. And once I have it stamped, I'm going to bring a round brush in, some water, and just bleed it out a bit around the edges, pulling it into the center of those circles. So once I got that dry, I'm coming in with a mechanical pencil, which is, you can hardly see it here, but I'm going to go around each of those circles with that quite a bit and accentuate the circle-ness of them, if that's a word. And then I feel like I really want to continue on that circular motif through this, so I found this old stencil. And to be honest, I have no idea who designed it. I know no information about it. And I'm going to come in with some of the Distress Grit Paste that's translucent and get that added to the surface of the card. And I really like it when there's partial, you just have a hint of what the shape is. So I don't try and be real precise about making sure that each circle is filled in with that with that grit paste. Just keep it really fluid. And I let that grit paste dry mostly completely. And then I'm coming in with some Distress Spray Stain also in that rusty hinge. And I'm just using the the nozzle stem to move the color around in areas that I want it. Sometimes it's just easier to flick it and get the color in the general area. This also helps to keep things really more organic and not allow a lot of my thought process into it. I'm going to come in with some water and get that to flow a bit. Get it to really move, and then I'm going to get that dry and come back in with the rusty hinge in the distress ink, and I'm sorry, not the rusty hinge, in the Archival black soot, and do some edge work on the card. So sometimes I like a real stark edge, and I will come in directly from the pad, the ink pad itself, and do those edges, and then come in with the Distress Dauber and give more of a softer look as well. So that's what I opted for here. And then it's going to be time for some words. How you needed a solid way to be yourself now. You're free in every way, and you see I was all wrapped up in everything. But now that I'm out, I got wind under my wings. So tell me that you need me, I wouldn't bother. If you're with another man, I don't even care. Tell me that you're sorry, my cold shoulder when I was looking for those words and found use your wings and free to fly, I knew I needed to do one of these paper dolls with some wings. So I went in search of paper dolls and then in search of the perfect wings for my paper doll. And I was so in love with this combination on this card and the way that background turned out and all the words. I was just getting really excited at this point in time. So once I got placement decided for my wing dude, I decided I needed to use some more of those book pages to create a kind of a background to make those words, excuse me, make those words stand out just a bit more. And while I liked it on there, I knew it just still needed to pop. So I went ahead and edged it in the Archival ink using the ink blending tool. And then that still I just really wanted it to pop, so I mount it onto some black cardstock first, and that finally does the trick for me. And of course I needed to add that page number, so I get this word conglomeration all kind of stacked, glued together, and ready to go. Now when I glued this, I glued just a little piece of it so that I could purposely go through each of these layers on the edge and kind of curl them up a bit, get some dimension going on the background of this, what I'm going to use as the word conglomerate. And then I'm just going to hit the tops of those curled pieces of paper with that distress ink in the rusty hinge and the ink dauber. Just give them a light touch of that rusty hinge color.